this card gets in there pretty hard, and red can't really kill it anyway, so that requires direct damage. In limited, I think this is pretty playable. There aren't that many removal spells, so I think that Wild Aura is not unplayable on an evasion guy like a flyer or someone with Crush or something. In Constructed, I probably wouldn't play it at all. This kind of effect is really good enough. But yeah, I think in limited, it's an okay play. It's a 1 or a 2 up maybe.
I guess. I would not be very happy to be running 1 or 2 of these in limited. We'll see how it goes, I guess. In Constructed, I mean, this suffers from the aura problem, getting 2 for 1. There's just not enough upside. It's just got power and toughness boosting. Like, it doesn't actually make the creature evasive or give it any other ability. So
it does cost a lot. In Magic, this costs 4. It costs the same amount, but you give it flying too.
Yeah, or it would cost 3 and have dredge or something.
Right.
Like, I mean, yeah, it's expensive, so I will never play this in Constructed. In limited, like, the power boost is good. I think I'd still rather be playing a sweet creature instead of this, though.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm short on playables, I wouldn't hesitate to play this, though.
All right.
Next card.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll just move on. The next card is Wild Growth. Wild Growth is a 1 mana casting cost quick action. Is this the first quick action there's been in Wild?
No. Yes. I think so.
Yeah, I think
It is.
Yep.
Genius doesn't get instance.
Yeah, okay. Well, here we are, the only currently revealed quick action in Wild. But at that, it's a really good one. It's a 1 mana casting cost to give a troop +4/+4 this turn.
Okay, so in Magic, in the very first set, they made this card called Giant Growth, which is 1 green, it gives it +3/+3. And that card was perfectly fine. It was very good, in fact. And it seemed to play well up to the modern era of Magic. This card is strictly better than that, which makes it really, really good. +4/+4 is just a huge amount of power toughness. It makes even the tiniest guy kill quite a good guy. And if you get 2 in your hand and they tap out, you can basically just kill them. I have definitely attacked for what looked like only 4 and actually 12 of them, and then they died. So Wild Growth is very powerful. In limited, it's a great trick. It's not really that much better than like +2/+2, but sometimes it is. There is more upside. I can kill them really fast with an evasive creature. It makes your little chump blocker a huge threat, or your chump attacker a giant trick. If you think if they, also you can bluff with it too. If you have 1 green up and you attack, then maybe they will just take it because they're scared. Yeah, I think this is a great card. In fact, it's strictly better than a Magic card. It really says a lot.
Yeah, I'll be very happy to be playing these in draft. It could see playing Constructed too. I mean, it does result in +4 damage for 1 mana, which is quite a bit. That's above the curve.
Well above the curve for Hex.
Yeah, well above the curve for Hex. It should have had a dinosaur in the picture, but other than that, the card's really good.
Dude, that's a pile of, like, acorn walnuts. It's freaking awesome.
It is.
Yeah, this is, I think it's actually one of the best cards if you're playing green in limited. Surprise, I killed your big creature with my Sensei of the Milky Eye or something. It's just really awesome. And for 1 mana, like, you can intentionally not play your 4-drop creature and play a 3-drop one instead to leave that 1 mana open, and it might look like you just played the biggest guy you could, and then surprise, I have a combat trick to blow out your giant dude.
Yeah,
I think this is a great card.
It'll make like your Battle Hopper kill their bomb creature in combat, which is pretty sweet.
Also, if you guys are looking on Hex Data Mine, this draft popularity thing, whoever is drafting this so late is an idiot.
Yeah.
I think if these aren't all gone by like pick 4, like, I don't know, that seems pretty weird to me.
No, I would pick good creatures and any removal spell over this. But it's certainly better than like a bad creature.
Yeah, I don't think that curve should be so far to the late picks though.
Maybe.
I don't know. I really consider this a removal spell.
It's really
like,
not.
Much like the War Turtle.
Like, you can, well, no, here's the reason it's not, okay? Wild Growth can be played around. Like, if they think you have it, if they know you have it, they can kind of consider that you have Wild Growth and play appropriately. You can't play around removal, really. Like, they have removal or they don't.
That's true, but it does have the upside of causing damage to the face.
Oh, no, it's a good card. I'm just saying it's not as good as removal.
That's true.
I think at the one cost, it's ridiculously good.
Yeah, if you're in removal-like colors, like say you're green-blue, this is about as close to removal as you're going to get, so that'll change a little bit.
Plus, you can also Wild Growth your Flyer and, like, 7 them, which is pretty strong.
Yeah, it's a good card.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and move on. This is basically the final card we're going to be looking at. This is Wild Root Dancer. Wild Root Dancer is a 3-mana casting cost troop. There's a 2/2, and whenever you play a resource, another target troop you control gets permanent +2/+2.
This card's pretty cool. I think really you want to play it on turn 4 and then play your land afterwards. Players afterwards to give someone a permanent boost. It's pretty cool with Chlorophilia, since that buffs people up as well. This is a sort of reasonable guy. His base stats are pretty weak for Constructed. Like, you don't really want to be playing 2/2s for 3. But it's not inconceivable to see this with Constructed play. In Limited, this card is ridiculous. It's going to pump people up pretty much like every turn for a while, which is really, really good. Until they have to remove it, which they will probably do eventually before it gets too out of control. But, the fact that they can't always kill it right away means it's going to give people some pretty significant bonuses, and that's going to be pretty scary. I think this is a high pick in Limited, and possibly fringe playable Constructed. I don't think it's very likely, but it's not impossible either.
Yeah, I could consider first picking this. The repeated permanent bonus is pretty sweet, making all your guys, giant. That ability is very powerful in Limited. In Constructed, it's okay too. I was playing some games today, and Wild Root Dancer was pretty good. Sometimes he just eats removal spell, but that's any creature is going to have that. I could see him possibly being in a creature-based Eye of Creation deck. You're going to be playing Chlorophilia, and when you cast Eye of Creation, you're going to hit a lot of resource cards. So, if you're playing a creature version of that deck, this guy is going to result in a whole lot of damage, possibly. So I think he has a chance at Constructed. I really hope I get to draft this guy at least once, though, because he looks like a lot of fun.
What's really cool about this guy is it says when you play a resource, any resource, and he's only 1 green threshold, you can mix him with anything.
That's true.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Pretty good ability for being 1.
I think this guy's pretty awesome. I actually have him in one of my Constructed decks, and he's I'm pretty consistently happy with him.
He's killed me quite a few times.
Okay.
So that's it for Wild, I guess. For now, anyway.
Yep, the only card left is Wild Source, which, if you guys don't know what sources do, maybe you should go to the Hex TCG website. Yes. Noob Lord.
So I think that that's basically it for. I guess we'll review the Blood at some point, since that one seems to have disappeared from the internets. And then when the set is actually the game is actually about to be released, and I have the cards kind of figured out permanently, we'll do a final review. We'll redo the colors, understand the changes, and else they've updated. That's a couple months down the road, though.
Yeah.
Yep, we will still be posting stuff, and we'll probably be streaming some drafts and things periodically. So, if you guys want to check that out or talk to us about any of our experiences, feel free to check out the blog. It's Hex Musings at WordPress. I'll grab a link here.
everyone should read my mono red list. It looks pretty good. I need to make some changes because I posted it just before they changed a couple of the red cards. But for the most part, the deck remains the same. So I think it's a pretty good explanation of what red does, why, or what ruby does, why it is good, and why it does that kind of thing, and how that works in the game of Hex these days.
Alright.
There'll be more content coming soon, we promise.
Yes.
Would either of you guys like to play a game?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a little break after the stream, but I'll be on Lackey.
All right.
Go.
If you want to stream a game, I'll go ahead and play.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, give me a couple minutes and then we'll stream the game.
All right, good night, guys, and good night, you fellow viewers.
Alright. We might be back
everyone.
on in a little bit.